Hi, morning. I'm CP Chong, the chairman of KTC Education Group. So today we are going to produce a YouTube basically to promote our KTC Life Skill Camp. So the origin of this KTC Life Skill Camp was started in 2015. So in 2015, our former Minister of Education YB Muhyiddin has launched a education system transformation plan in Malaysia. So now in 2015, after they have done the research and written out the detailed plan, so YB Muhyiddin organized a conference for all the CEO throughout Malaysia to invite the CEO of IPTS, the Institute of Higher Learning, to attend this conference about our Malaysia education transformation system in 2015. Now within this so-called conference, one of these important topics, was talk about the unemployment of Malaysia degree holder. In 2015, there are already more than 200,000 degree holders who are unemployed. So in fact, the Malaysia Education Department has done a detailed research on the reason, and they found out three main factors, about this the causes of this unemployed graduate. So out of the three reasons, the first two reasons is because of the poor command of English, and also did not possess the relevant knowledge, for them to get a job in the market. So that means now, out of this so-called two reasons, the third reason is talk about poor attitude. So that means in 2016, after this conference, we have done also a thorough research and discussion among the KTC management, and then we propose to so-called overcome the first two problems of the poor English and command of irrelevant knowledge by setting up 7 so-called KTC tuition center in JOHOR, next to our KTC Accountant Institute, so throughout Johor, to launch a Cambridge O and A level courses in English, business, accounting, and economics. So that means now, in order to ensure the student in between 13 years old to 18 years old can possess so-called good ability, good command of English, at the same time can also acquire the relevant knowledge and skill for them to get a good job, before 18 years old. That means now, the second project that we proposed in 2016 to MOE is about our Life Skill Camp. We are setting up one of the first Life Skill Camp in Malaysia. Basically is to train the soft skill for this Form 1 to Form 5 student, then Junior 1 to Senior 3 student, and maybe Sec 1 to this so-called upper 6 student. So that means O and A level student. So basically we are going to train all the this Malaysian student in between 13 years old to 18 years old, right? Not only to have a good command of English, to possess and acquire the essential knowledge and qualification for them to get a good job. At the same time, we are going to so-called improve the attitude, okay, of this so-called student. Now, through the 7 KTC tuition center, we will be helping the student, okay, to acquire Cambridge O and A level so-called knowledge and qualification, right? So in the subject of English, accounting, business and economics, okay? Then at the same time, we also using our life skill camp to let those students in between 13 years old to 18 years old to change their attitude, to improve their attitude in life, okay? So that means we have invested about 2 million in the second project, okay, by acquiring one so-called very high-end bungalow. So this bungalow is located at this Green Plain. Green Plain is one of the so-called very first gated and guarded community in Johor, developed by Johor Corp. Okay, so within 100 acres of this land, there are only about 50 bungalow houses. It's gated and guarded community. So that means now we acquire this property around 60,000 square feet of the land, and we around 10,000 square feet of the building. So now with this so-called site that we prepare, we have in fact, okay, make this 60,000 square feet of building to have 10,000 square feet of this structure building. 5,000 for the stay, one bungalow house, plus 5,000 fully aircon, this renovated hall for conducting seminar, which can accommodate about 100 students. We also make another fencing to protect the student, right? Beside the external fencing for 100 acre with the guard, we have second round of fencing within the 60,000 square feet of this land, so to ensure the safety of the student. So at the same time, we also have invested about 15,000 square feet of the carpet glass for the student to have this so-called to accommodate about 100 students for the camping activity. Also, we have located another 10,000 square feet of the camping site and parking lot for the student to have their camping activity. Okay, so that means now in this project we also have built about 18 toilet and bathroom for the student camping use and to conduct the activity. So that means within this project, we have already prepared for about 5 years, since 2016 until now. So we have also developed our course. The very first course that we are going to conduct after the COVID-19, the lockdown period, is about this the course. This is a 2 days, 1 night so-called camping activity, and also the training activity. Okay, under this so-called the guide, we call it the guide of success and happiness. Okay, so within this 2 days, 1 night program, okay, the student will be able to check into the site around 2 p.m. and then after check-in, then the first night they will be having a camping activity and barbecue activity to ensure that the students are able to so-called learn how to have teamwork, how to so-called to coordinate with the rest of the students, at the same time can relax themselves. So the second day, morning in between 7 to 9 a.m. we will have exercises, okay, this jogging, so around the area, and because within the 100 acres land is fully gated and guarded, we can use it for jogging purpose for our students to do their exercise. Okay, so then at the same time, okay, by 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. we have 3 hours of training. So within this training, okay, we are covering 6 areas for the very first round. The first topic is about the confidence, how to build confidence of the student. The second topic is talk about creativity, how to improve the creativity of the student. And the third topic is talk about leadership, how to develop the good leadership among all the students. The fourth topic is talk about how to improve the wisdom of the student. And the sixth is talk about how to become successful in life and how to live a happy life in long term. So that means now this is the guide, okay, in the first round that we launched for all the students in between 13 years old to 18 years old from government school, from Chinese independent school, and from international school. Okay, so we welcome all the students, okay, parent, teacher, the school principal who have interest, okay, to take part in this program, to make inquiry from our respective so-called person in charge. Okay, so today I'm going to introduce our key management team, which going to organize this so-called activity. The first person is Miss Sunita. Miss Sunita is a very experienced so-called trainer, okay, as a trainer with a so-called UK Chartered Accountancy qualification, right? At the same time, she's also a trainer, okay, specially trained for the corporate training. She'll be the key speaker in this so-called this life skill camp for the very first launch in this coming June to December after our this lockdown period. So Ms. Sunita.
Hello everyone, we welcome you to KTC Life Skill Camp, where you can learn to improve your skills, your knowledge, and most importantly, your attitude to be successful. Thank you.
So the second person is our SKUDAI branch manager, Miss Dini. Miss Dini already with KTC for more than 5 years. She's a very experienced person in this education. She'll be helping Miss Sunita in organizing this life skill camp activity. So let's say if you have any inquiry, want to find out more about this life skill camp, you can always contact Miss Nini.
Hi everyone, I'm Nini here. I'm from SKUDAI branch. If let's say you would like to know what kind of topics we'll be offering through our life skill camp program, you can contact me for further details. Thank you.
So the next person is Mr. Alan, our center manager for Johor BAHRU branch. Okay, Mr. Alan will be in charge of all the inquiry within Johor BAHRU area. So or any student, okay, even from the northern Malaysia or eastern Malaysia, if you are interested in participate in this life skill camp, you can call Mr. Alan.
Hi everyone, I'm Alan from KTC Johor BAHRU. Okay, so feel free to contact me if you have any inquiry for the Life Skill Camp program. Thank you.
So the next person is our Miss Aaron of DESA CEMERLANG. Okay, so in fact those school around this DESA CEMERLANG area, okay, whether you are the student, teacher or principal, if you have interest to participate in this program, please can contact Mr. Aaron.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron from the CEMERLANG branch. So if you want to have any event or collaborate with us regarding the Life Skill Camp, feel free to contact me. Thank you.
So the last person is Mr. Oscar, is Center Manager of our Iskandar Putri branch. So all those student, teacher and principal around the area of Geylang Bata, Pontian, Pekananas, SKUDAI can also make inquiry from Mr. Oscar.
Hi, I'm Mr. Oscar. If you are looking for some training program like this, then please try to contact me. Then after this training, you will have more positive thought and more positive attitude towards a successful life. Thank you.
So in short, our KTC Life Skill Camp is set up with the objective to improve the attitude of the youngster. I believe this Malaysia government, okay, especially under the leadership of this YB Najib in the past 12 years, right? So I mean our former Prime Minister, you know that the country I mean has suffered very bad so-called experience. So I mean all this problem of corruption, problem of this so-called inefficient and bad attitude, right, in this government sector, from the so-called parliament, right, from the minister, prime minister, until the civil servant, right. So basically I think all the Malaysian by now should understand this country has a very serious problem, especially in terms of the moral, in terms of integrity, right? So in fact Malaysia government now will be considered classified as one of the most corrupted government. So that means now the whole Malaysia from top to the toes, I mean in fact we need to so-called start training the student from young how to behave themselves, right? So how to avoid to have the bad attitude, bad thinking, of greediness, of corruption, right? So how to avoid all this problem, right? To have a so-called better wisdom in life, okay? So in order not to so-called commit crime like corruption, abuse of power, right? As far as the civil servants are concerned, right, with a big number of civil servants, about 1.5 million, with only about 50 million of working population in Malaysia, every so-called Malaysian, every 10 Malaysian, right, need to work hard to pay, to earn the pay for all these civil servants. And then the 1.5 million civil servants, right, and then based on the recent this so-called survey, right, more than 90% of Malaysian citizens are very unhappy with the civil servant, which is also main part of the Malaysian government. So that's why now I believe it's high time for us to start training the youngster, okay, as to have a better attitude, to have more positive attitude, to have integrity in their life, right? in order to so-called become a better person, right? I think for the good of the country, we to start training all the students from young, okay, how to live with a good character, okay, how to live with a better wisdom, right, and then how to avoid the short-sightedness and then complete crime of the abuse of power and corruption, which will ruin their life and to ruin the country as well. So for the good of the youngster and for the good of Malaysia, right, I believe, okay, so we need to start, okay, to develop the youngster with a better character, with a better wisdom, with a better confidence, and to achieve the success through the correct way. So KTC Accountant Institute, established for 24 years, is to train UK Chartered Accountant. As a world-class accountant, UK Chartered Accountant, we need a higher degree of integrity. We need a higher degree of this honesty, right? So that means now, as a accountant in the modern world, he possesses control the total resources of the company or even the country if they are working in the government sector. So that means now, to ensure all the accountants have high integrity, honesty, correct attitude in life, better wisdom. So in order to achieve success and happiness in the correct way in long term, I believe our training will help the youngster from 13 years old to 18 years old to cultivate the positive attitude, correct attitude, with a high integrity, honesty, in order to meet the challenge in the 21st century. So I welcome all the students, parents, teacher, principal to make inquiry as soon as possible. So for us to start the training so that to help our youngster in the next generation to have a better future and also achieve the long-term success and happiness. Thank you.